here live in the Blue Coat Studios with Greg Garbowski, musician and bass player for the Jonas Brothers. We've got a question here from Melinda. She sent a question in to our website, www.bluecoatradio.com, and she asks, what advice do you have for anyone interested in working in the music industry?
Well, Linda, what I would suggest, it kind of depends on what part of the industry. If she's looking to be a musician, a good way to do it is to either start a band, or if you want to be like a sideman or work in the studio, there's a lot of work out in LA. I feel like all the auditions are kind of in LA. It's one of those places where you just kind of have to be there because stuff is always happening, and they're not going to fly you in from New Jersey. They'll call you, though, if you live right down the street. So hence my move out there. And, and on the label side, you need to be creative because right now the music industry is kind of messed up. They don't really know what to do with all the downloading and everything, and CD sales are kind of going down. So, come up with some good ideas on how to promote bands and just work with local bands, and then, that'll get the attention of other people.
So you're working with the Jonas Brothers. Do you have any side projects going on for yourself or anything that you're doing to further enhance your music career?
To be honest, being on tour, there hasn't been much time to really even write my own songs. That song that you played earlier, Set Out to Rule the World, that was one that I wrote when I really, honestly, just had a week home. And I wrote that song really quickly and recorded it in 2 days. So I'm really looking forward to having some time off so I can, start working on stuff either for commercials or for other artists. That's the plan right now.
So what's next for the Jonas Brothers? Where are you guys headed next?
Tomorrow, I have a flight to Milan, Italy. We're doing a quick European run to promote Camp Rock, which is a movie that they were in on the Disney Channel. And then we have, I think a random show in Phoenix, and then a show in Vegas. So right now, we're not really on an official tour. We're just doing shows here and there, like one-offs, like a couple every month.
So we thought we'd have a little bit of fun in the studio. In the actor studio, John Lipton always asks his guests a bunch of random questions.
Love that guy.
So, well, we thought we'd follow a little bit of his format and ask you, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? Man, I wish I had a better answer. It's green.
Green's a great color. It's an awesome color.
Can't hate on green. South Plainfield colors.
There you go. We never forget.
Yeah.
Tiger is the logo, and green and white. You got to wear green and white. So, what's your favorite sound?
Wow. What's my favorite sound? Man, probably. Oh, you know what my favorite sound is? Like when you pour milk into cereal. Because I'm an avid cereal eater. And it's just fresh.
That opened
cereal.
up a whole new can of worms. Or a whole new box of cereal. What's your favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? I'm very, very thrilled because I thought the cereal was off the market, and I came to grips with the fact that it was never going to be in stores again, and then we found it. We found some, and we bought 14 boxes of it. It's called Caramel Nut Crunch. It's made by Kellogg's. It's like the holy grail of cereals. I'm telling you, you haven't lived until you've eaten it.
You better be careful. You might get a train load of it now.
Oh, that'd be great.
Kellogg's Caramel Nut. What was it? Caramel Nut Crunch cereal.
Caramel Nut Crunch. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I sound crazy, but you haven't tried it yet.
You gotta love what you love. So, what makes you happy?
What makes me happy? Being around my family. I really, really love being around my parents. It's going to be hard to just kind of... It is always hard to get up and move away. Usually I find out my flights within 24 hours or 48 hours of when I need to leave. I love being around them.
And what's your worst fear?
My worst fear is getting something, a little like black thing caught in between my teeth and my gums. Because no one ever tells you, and you walk around the whole day like smiling and talking to people, and
see, that's horrible.
You think everyone's smiling because you're smiling, but they're just laughing at you.
Yeah, they're really pointing and laughing at your teeth, yeah.
That's my biggest fear. I need to get a little pocket mirror or something.
So what's your pet peeve?
My pet peeve would be people who complain. I don't know. It's like there's really not much to complain about, and and a lot of times complainers they often rewarded for complaining. Like if you complain about an airline or airline experience, they give you like a reward, and it's like I think patience is underestimated a lot, and not really appreciated as much.
So you think maybe instead of complaining about things, we should only send letters to people when they do a good job?
That never
There you go.
happens.
Positive reinforcement.
I'm going to send a letter to you because you're doing a great job
Oh,
right now.
thank you. Well, it's easy with you in the house. You've been wonderful. If you could be anything else besides a musician, what would you be?
I would be, I don't know, maybe like a soccer ball or something. Like get kicked around and,
That would hurt, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, it's my duty in life, though, if I'm a soccer ball.
There you go. That's your job. You got to fulfill your soccer ball destiny. That's
Exactly.
What it's all
I hope
about.
I score a lot of goals.
We've got another song here from Greg Garbowski that he wrote with the Jonas Brothers. It's called James, and it's called Games. There, I did a really good job there. It's called Games, and we've got it for you right here at BlueCoatRadio.com. That was Games by the Jonas Brothers, written with Greg Garbowski. That is a great song. I understand there's an awesome story behind it.
There's actually some hidden messages inside that song. So the song is called Games, so we actually hid some board game titles in it. Like the chorus is, and I'm sorry for the trouble it's been costing us so much, and like it's kind of supposed to be like Monopoly costing. And then the hook in the chorus is, I'm so bored with these games, kind of like board games. So we have too much time on our hands.
So you guys are really having a good time. How close have you become with the Jonas Brothers?
Those guys, they're some of my best friends. I mean, and honestly, they're still the same kids as when I first met them. They're very, very down to earth, very normal. They enjoy doing the same things everyone else does. They'll go out and go see a movie or just hang out at home. They're very, very relaxed, chill kids.
Well, so are you, but I understand you're making a move from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Yeah.
You're leaving us for L.A.
Yeah, we'll see how long it lasts. My rent is month to month, which is good. But yeah, a lot of people that I have met on tour, a lot of people that I work with are all out there, and unfortunately, I love New York City, but unfortunately the music business is just all in Los Angeles. So I feel like I should, at least as far as studio stuff, which is what I want to do, so I feel like I should be out there.
You have any other projects that you're working on, like jingles for commercials or anything like that to keep...
Yeah, well, I hope so. I'm setting up a little makeshift studio in my apartment in LA, and now we'll see. This is my first time having several months off, and since I started, so hopefully I can make good use of the time now and start meeting other artists or working with the Jonases and stuff. I don't know. It's totally open.
So the future is open. Yeah, you're going to see where it takes you.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to take you pretty far. You've got so much talent. You're such a great guy. I think LA is getting the best part of this deal.
Oh, wow. I'm blushing.
I don't think this
Thanks.
is fair. We're certainly going to miss you here at home, but we're going to keep
miss
listening.
being here.
Yeah. We're going to miss you something awful. I already did for 3 years.
Yeah. I feel bad.
Yeah,
I feel bad.
I think the last time I saw you, you were winning a Battle of the Bands.
Yeah, at Seton Hall.
At Seton Hall. That was the last time I saw you. Next thing I knew, you were on the road.
Yeah, unfortunately. I hate leaving, coming back and just trying to catch up with as many people as possible. And it's an interesting life if someone out there, if they're choosing to try to become a sideman and tour as a professional musician. There's a lot of sacrifices. There's also a lot of perks, but it's definitely interesting.
Well, I want to thank you again for being with us here in the Blue Cult studio.
Of course.
We're going to keep listening for you. That's our way of keeping in touch with you. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope that when you come back, you can spend more time with us again.
I'd love to.
We would love to have you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to sit here and hug it out in the studio for a little bit and say goodbye. Don't forget to stay tuned because we will keep on streaming all your favorites here at BlueCultRadio.com. We want to thank Greg Garbowski for being here and for bringing us all his great music. And don't forget,